Anyway, I'd like to introduce y'all to my lovely wife, Melissa Paley Hill. She has a few things that she'd like to tell us.
Well, welcome to all of you, my fellow extremists.
Yeah.
I say that because according to Barack Obama and Janet Napolitano, if you are here, then you are a right-wing extremist and a threat to national security. We're in good company, though, as by their definition, our founding fathers would be included along with at least 75% of all Americans. Anyone you know who believes in our Constitution, is against abortion, illegal immigration, big government, higher taxes, or for Second Amendment rights, or supports our soldiers, or for that matter is a veteran, then our government considers them an extremist. I don't know about you, but that covers about everyone I know. Now, who do you think is the real threat to national security? You or Barack Obama and his tax cheat buddies?
Barack Obama.
Let me quickly tell you a little about myself. I'm a Christian homeschool mom and a card-carrying member of the NRA. I am a writer and political commentator. I am a patriot who loves this country and hates what is being done to it in Washington. I am also a Texan who believes that we live in the greatest state in the nation and it's worth fighting for. Our federal government believes that we should cut back and do whatever, but do without whatever they consider as luxuries, while we sit at home and watch Obama take his wife out on a date that cost us $81,000. How do you like that? Obama has been cutting the funds for our military and thereby reducing their ability to protect our freedom, our land, and our lives. He wants to tax each and every gun we already paid tax on when we bought them. And he wants the cap and trade bill, which will in effect make our utilities higher and take jobs from Texas and shift them to other states. Does this sound like a man who is looking out for the best interests of our nation?
No.
He keeps trying to push government-run health care, not exactly explaining that under his program, treatments or surgeries that are deemed not to be cost-effective will not be done. For example, if you are a senior citizen, you might not get the care you need to live out another 10 years because those funds could be used for the care of someone much younger. If you are a cancer patient, you may not get the care you need because it won't cure you, and that isn't cost effective. There is also the problem of the government then having access to our medical records and the slow pace of the bureaucracy when you need a medical treatment. They found out how that works in Canada, and if it wasn't for us, a lot of them would be dying just waiting for the approval to get the care they need. Is that what y'all want? This administration is tearing our Constitution apart, piece by piece. Not only with new taxes that are unconstitutional, the buying out of General Motors and the interference in the banking and healthcare industries, but also in the very fact that Barack Obama is sitting in the White House when he's not eligible to hold that office.
Right!
He is not a natural-born citizen, as the Constitution states in Article 2, Section 1. He has spent almost $1 million fighting against multitudes of lawsuits asking him to produce his birth certificate. Why? Because it will prove that he is the perpetrator of the greatest scam this country has ever seen, and we are all his victims. The definition of natural-born citizen is to be born of American citizens on American soil, and he wasn't. Regardless of where he was born, his father was a citizen of Kenya, here on a visa. The birth certificate would prove that if one actually exists in Hawaii, as would some of his student loan papers that he is keeping sealed. Why? So you and I won't know the lengths he and his friends are willing to go to destroy this great nation. So when we say it is time to take our country back, it is time to take it back from the usurper in office and his friends that helped him perpetrate this illusion on the American people. We must remove them all from office before they turn the United States of America into the United Socialist States of America. That is not the legacy our parents left us, and I'm sure that is not the legacy you want to leave for your children. In Texas, this legislative session, they didn't pass anything addressing illegal immigration as we wanted them to. They didn't pass the bill that addressed our sovereignty as spelled out in the 10th Amendment of the Constitution. What they did pass was a bill that would have given CPS the right to come in our homes and take our children without good cause. But Perry vetoed it. They also didn't pass the bill submitted by Jessica Farrar from Houston, stating that if a mother with symptoms of postpartum depression kills her baby under a year old, it would only be a state jail felony, the same as if you beat your dog. And not a single member of the House bothered to speak out against either of these atrocious bills, which minimize our parental rights and the value of our babies' lives. How do you feel about that?
Bullshit.
That is why I believe that the vast majority of our elected officials have earned themselves a pink slip, and we should happily give them what they earned at the first opportunity, on both the federal level and the state level. The kind of bills that were submitted and passed in both the state and federal Congress don't speak to the desires of the people, but to the desires of those who seek to turn this great nation and state into a socialist empire. Thank God we here in Texas have Governor Perry standing up and fighting for us here in Texas, along with Jeb Hensarling and Louis Gohmert up in Washington. But those three aren't enough. They can't fight this and win it by themselves. Over the past month or so, my family and I have spent a lot of time praying and talking about what we can do to help fix the problem. And that is why I'm running for state representative for District 4 in the upcoming election. If elected, I will stand up and fight for my kids and grandkids, as well as you and yours. I can promise you one thing. If I'm elected, before I decide how to vote on anything, I will look to three primary sources: the Constitution, the Bible, and you. If you want someone who is a real American, not an elitist or a career politician, to represent you in Austin, please sign my petition on that table right over there where Della is, and we can begin the fight to take our state back, and God willing, our country. God bless, and God bless America.